One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went knocked him out. Combo breaker!
Goku versus Superman, the most debated match in history, and with both being such legendary heroes, there's honestly no question as to why they're always put against each other. But the match has been beaten to death. Either we have Composite Superman destroys Goku, or Goku takes on a normal version of Superman and absolutely destroys him. So, thanks to some help from my dad with coming up with this idea, we have put quite the twist on the match. That's right, today we've got an epic matchup between the reign of the Supermen and Goku. Goku, one of the most powerful characters in fictional history. Well, he's actually been on my show once before fighting Sentry, aka Marvel's Superman, but now he's here for his rightful match. So let's get straight into his analysis. Goku is a Dragon Ball character, and thus he has those, generic abilities that they all have. He can fly, manipulate his ki energy for offensive and defensive purposes, as well as transform, but I'll talk about those transformations later. Goku is capable of sensing ki and power levels, and he can create after images. He's also capable of predicting his foe's next moves, and he can use telepathy to some extent. He can also block intangible attacks, and he's fully stocked with cool techniques and stuff, like his signature Kamehameha, which is basically a giant blue ki energy beam. I've mentioned that attack so many times on this show. He also has instant transmission, which is essentially teleportation. And with the Kaioken, Goku can amplify his stats up to 20 times his base form. He can also stack this on top of his Super Saiyan Blue form, but none of the other forms. With the Spirit Bomb, Goku can use the energy of all living things in the universe for one ultra-powerful attack. Or he can just absorb it for an extra power boost. Goku can also use Krillin's signature Destructo Disc, which is basically a key version of a buzzsaw that cuts people clean in half. He also has the Solar Flare, which is like a flash of blinding light. It's pretty overpowered. And of course he's got the Mafuba, which basically allows him to seal foes away in a container. Alright, on to his transformations. And honestly, this guy's got more transformations than Doritos and Mountain Dew have, different variations. So he has his obvious Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 forms, but let's get into his cooler and much more badass forms. He can turn into Super Saiyan 4, which is the highest natural form that a Saiyan can reach, and it boosts all his stats tremendously, and it allows him to amp up his Kamehameha to 10 times as strong. Now, thanks to the God Ritual, Goku's achieved some even higher transformations. With the Super Saiyan God state, he gets super boosted stats for a limited period of time, and gains an ungodly healing factor. He can also take it one step further with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue. He drops the healing factor, but gets an even higher power boost than Super Saiyan God. He can also stack Kaioken on top of this for extra extreme power and speed boosts, and pretty much, although it does pretty much mutilate his body afterwards, and he won't be able to move. Now, Goku has actually achieved one other transformation, that's the Ultra Instinct form. He basically gets an aimbot for dodging. This allows him to react to attacks instantly, and since he's mastered the form, he can now not only auto-dodge, but also auto-attack, making him pretty much unstoppable. Well, actually, let me rephrase this. Basically, similar to Spider-Man's Spidey Sense, it allows him to react instantly, but he has to choose to react. If he thinks it's not a threat and doesn't react, he can still be hit. Goku is a powerhouse. He's shook the universe in a clash with Beerus. He's traded blows with Vegeta and even hit, and he's fought Jiren and Khalifa. Plus, him charging the energy, just him charging his energy alone, shook the Void. And he's won these matches against these foes with beam struggles and in fist fights. He's fast enough to take on Beerus, Dicebo, Khalifa, and he's fast enough to attack hit during his time skip, which doesn't even make sense. Not to mention, he's also quick enough to strike Jiren before his teammates could even see him. Goku's durable as hell as well, as he can survive attacks from Vegeta, Beerus, Khalifa, and even Jiren himself, making him pretty hard to put down in a fight. Now, while Goku does lack book smarts, he's a skilled fighter and able to adapt to any foe. Whether they're stronger, they can skip through time, or anything else. He's truly a skilled warrior and a force to be reckoned with. But he isn't without his flaws. Goku loves the thrill of a fight and will allow his foes to reach their max potential for the sake of a good match. And he does have a few techniques like the Kaioken that put heavy strain and stress on his body. The death of Superman. A tragic time in comic book history as everybody rushed to get their hands on one of these comics to see what happened, spending their hard-earned money on issues only to see America's favorite hero die in a bloody match with Doomsday. Now, people held on to these issues in hopes they could sell it later. It's, as the value rise, but all of a sudden, a new comic rose, destroying the value of the Death of Superman issue. That comic was the reign of the Supermen. Superman's legacy was picked up by 4 heroes. The 4 that would pick up Superman's mantle were the last son of Krypton, aka the Eradicator, Superboy, Steel, or the Man of Steel, and Cyborg Superman. And together they are going to take on Together, they're going to take on Goku on this fight today. So let's hop right into their powers and arsenal. Cyborg Superman can fly, and he has enhanced senses that can launch energy projectiles as well as manipulate technology. As for Superboy, he can fly, has super senses. He also has Superman's classic powers like heat vision, super breath, and ice breath, and even telekinesis. Not only that, but under a blue sun, his power is amplified beyond belief, and he has X-ray vision. He can absorb normal yellow solar radiation to increase his strength as well, and he can turn temporarily intangible. So next up is Steel. This is an interesting one because he's actually just a person in a metal suit, but this metal suit augments his abilities, making him crazy strong. He wields a large hammer, wears a metal suit that grants him flight and amps up his stats. He also has a rivet gun, and his hammer can fly on its own and lock onto targets. And lastly, we have the last son of Krypton, aka the Eradicator. The Eradicator can manipulate energy as well as fly, he has super senses, and he's capable of manipulating his density, which pretty much allows him to bypass attacks or even possess people to some extent. So, here's the fun part. Every one of these four has either fought each other, fought Superman, or fought someone who's traded blows to Superman, allowing them all to scale to Superman's level. So, Superboy is capable of fighting Mon-El, which basically, it's someone who's fought Superman. He can also overpower Gog, and Cyborg Superman has fought Superman before as well as the Eradicator who's fought him, and Steel and the Eradicator have fought before, putting them all on Superman's level of strength. Superboy has dodged attacks from the Empiric's probe, kept up with Bart Allen in a race, and he's a fast flyer. He's as fast as a flyer as Supergirl, and he kept up with Orion in combat. Whereas, and as for Cyborg Superman, he's fought Superboy and Superman, and Steel and the Eradicator have shown very similar feats against the other foes of Superman. Now, Superboy actually has survived a beating from Supergirl and the Eradicator, as well as even Doomsday, and Cyborg Superman has survived beatings from Superman himself. Steel can scale right up to these guys, as he's actually fought the Eradicator. Now, Steel is actually incredibly smart, as he designed his own suit and is capable of fighting against Superman's strongest foes, and Superboy and Cyborg Superman have shown the skill to keep up with these villains as well. As for the Eradicator, he's fought Superboy, showing that he's at least smart enough to keep up with Superboy in combat. Now, as for weaknesses, obviously Kryptonite and magic are huge problems for Superboy, and obviously enough physical force can stop any of them, really. Goku throws Jiren's body to the side as Zeno announces one more universe has joined the tournament, the DC universe. Goku gets into his fighting stance as Cyborg Superman, the Eradicator, Superboy, and Steel all walk into the arena. Goku smiles cockily as he teleports behind Steel and kicks him into a rock. Superboy and the Eradicator both punch at Goku, but he dodges under and they hit each other. Cyborg Superman flies at Goku and launches him into the air with an uppercut. Goku flies into the air and Steel flies up and slams his hammer down on him, launching him into the ground. Steel and the Eradicator start launching down energy shots at Goku as Cyborg Superman and Superboy shoot their heat vision down at him. Their blasts are stopped as Goku yells, and a yellow aura forms around him, and his hair spikes up and turns golden. Goku then flies straight up. They all rush at him and dash behind them, but then Goku dashes behind them and fires a Kamehameha straight at him. The Eradicator dashes to the side and punches Goku, catches his fist, and throws him to the ground. Steel launches his rivet gun at Goku, who blocks, and Superboy kicks Goku, who then transforms into Super Saiyan 2 and catches his foot. Goku brings him in close and launches a ki blast at him in the stomach, launching him through the air. Cyborg Superman and Goku land. Goku gets into his stance and Cyborg Superman scans for the other Supermen and plans to stall while they regroup. Cyborg Superman launches an energy blast at Goku, dodges and throws a Destructo Disc at him. Cyborg Superman dodges as Goku rushes over and kicks him in the head, turning into a Super Saiyan 3 and then punches him in the chest. Cyborg Superman rushes forward and knees Goku. The four Supermen stand up and look at Goku, who stands back up from and launch Goku into a rock. He then stands back up in the rubble as the four Supermen look at him. The yellow aura turns blue and his hair starts turning blue as well. The four Supermen surround him and Goku smiles. Goku flies forward at high speeds and kicks Superboy, who blocks, and Steel shoulder rams Goku, moving him to the side. Goku uses his Kaioken and rushes at the Eradicator and punches him full speed, but he catches Goku's fist. Goku teleports behind him and kicks Cyborg Superman. Superboy rushes forward and sucker punches Goku. Steel then rushes forward and swings his hammer at Goku, hitting him in the jaw. Cyborg Superman and the Eradicator launch energy shots at Goku. Zeno looks shocked as Goku collapses. The four Supermen stand there, as Goku stands back up with a new strange aura that forms around him. The four look at him confused. Cyborg Superman rushes over at max speed and punches at Goku, dodges and kicks his head clean off with one swift attack. Superboy looks scared for a moment as Goku teleports behind the Eradicator and punches him in the head with a powerful attack. He turns around only to have Goku teleport all around him, hitting him with a series of kicks and punches until there's nothing but a bloody, beaten body on the ground. Steel rushes over and swings his hammer at Goku at full speed, but to try and surprise attack him, but Goku dodges and then punches a hole straight through Steel's chest. Superboy flies over and punches at Goku, dodges, and knees him in the gut. Superboy then fires his heat vision at Goku in retaliation, but Goku vanishes and appears behind him and fires a Kamehameha at max power, disintegrating Superboy. Goku stands there as Zeno watches impressed. Winner is Goku. And please, nope, stop right there. Don't click out of the video yet. Put the pitchforks down. Don't start the salt storms yet. Just let me explain why Goku can beat these 4 Supermen. Alright, so stat-wise, Goku shit stomps each one of the Supermen in the strength and durability department. Goku is universal to multi-universal with in strength and durability, with each of the Supermen only being able to scale the solar system via Superman, which, I mean, I guess you could possibly put them in multi-solar system if you wanted to be nice, and that's to highball them, but it's still not enough to take out Goku. Now, speed-wise, they all clock in at faster than light speed, so it doesn't matter the exact calculations. And Goku's got instant teleportation, so it's not like the speed department is gonna be too important in this fight. Now it's time for the fun part. How can Goku beat 4 Supermen? You see, in addition to Goku's overwhelming strength and durability edge, he's got a better arsenal as well. Like, think about it. He's got OP attacks like the Destructo Disc, Kaioken, and the Supermen really only have energy attacks and a hammer and a few other things that aren't going to be too new for Goku to have to deal with. Now, a huge nail in the coffin for the Supermen is Goku's Ultra Instinct. I'm not saying it's impossible to beat it out, but they're already getting destroyed in strength and durability and arsenal. And this is just going to make it hard for them to attack and defend against, since Goku pretty much has instantaneous reflexes. Now, we come across another thing. See, the idea of a 4-on-1 is the 4 should win, should have a chance at winning, right? Well, in previous Dragon Ball fights that we've seen, 3 or 4 people who all together their power levels would add up to equal the bad guys don't win. The bad guy usually shit stomps them, like absolutely destroys them. But the second one guy gets a power boost that even puts him anywhere near the bad guy's level, he stands a much better chance. This is best seen when like Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Trunks fought Broly, and they couldn't touch him. But the second they gave all their power to Goku, he was able to destroy Broly. And there's similar things throughout the series, like with the fight with Frieza, that show this kind of idea. Now, then you then have to consider Supermen. They're not a perfect team. The Reign of the Supermen have clashed before, they've fought before. Their teamwork's gonna be pretty shoddy in this match. Honestly, there are too many things against the Reign of the Supermen to even stand a chance. So our winner is Son Goku.